Hi guys, it's Ange from Mummy Adds 2. Today we're going to do a bit of a get ready with me with a whole bunch of makeup that I haven't used yet. I also have two palettes that I want to take a look at. These are new from Rude Cosmetics and they're in collaboration with Koi Footwear. These are adorable. So if you want to have a chat with me and get ready, then let's get into it. So I have this full box here full of makeup and products that I haven't touched. I don't know what they're like. I really need to get into these and try them so that way I can give you a proper review as to what I think about some of these products. Today there are items that are drugstore brand, there are Indi items. I'm not sure that there are too many high-end brands here or middle of the road, but we'll take a look and we'll see what we actually have. So the first thing that I'm really interested in trying is these L'Oreal Infallible Magic Essence Drops. So I'm not sure what these actually are supposed to do. Okay, so they're supposed to be a brightening primer drop. So we're going to try this. Now, this thing is as blue as they come. It gives you, you can see that it's kind of got a bit of a shimmer or a bit of a sheen there. So it comes in with a little dropper. So we're going to drop some of this onto my hand and we're going to pat that in. So I thought today what we would do is just have a look at some of these products. I'm not going to talk too much about them. I thought that we could have more of a chat, a get ready, get to know me kind of thing. If there's any questions that you have, guys, and you want to know, then leave them down below and I'll do another get ready with me because it'd be really interesting to see what it is that you actually want to know or what questions you have for me. You can hear that it is a little bit tacky, which is definitely what we're looking for. So I wanted to discuss in today's video more along the lines of our women issues. I really struggle with a lot of gyno issues. Actually, I have for a lot of years. I have had to deal with a number of different issues. So I have endometriosis, I have fibroids, and I have adhesions from the numerous surgeries that I've had to have. I've also had borderline mucinous tumors that I've had to have removed. So the amount of issues that I've had to deal with around that has been insurmountable, really. And I actually deal with pain on a daily. It's a constant. It is extreme. Some days there's not a day that goes by that I actually do not struggle with pain. The severity is what actually changes from day to day. So let me know if you actually deal with some of these issues yourself, because I think that it's a really important issue to talk about because it's not spoken about so much. It is out there a little bit more, but you go to the doctors and you say all this stuff and they look at you like you're an absolute idiot. They do. They make it out like you're full of it, that you are invisible, basically. So I'm just putting on my headband, guys, and I'm going to try this new IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation and Skincare. This is in medium cool. It's supposed to be a medium coverage foundation. I find that throughout my years that when I have gone to discuss these issues, some doctors have been fantastic, and then some doctors or specialists just look at you like, what do you want me to do about it? I can't do anything. You're imagining things. It's not actually happening. The proof is there. You know, you get these ultrasounds. It shows that you have all these issues. But sometimes, you know, some of us women, we actually have issues that can't be seen. Doesn't mean that they're not actually happening, you know. I should have probably actually put my... I probably should have done my eyebrows first, now that I'm doing this. Guys, I just wanted to touch base with you all and find out, like, if you have these issues, if you have gynecological issues, do you find that when you're trying to seek some help or get some assistance, some, you know, a little bit of relief or answers, are you getting heard? Because I don't feel like sometimes we really are heard or believed, you know, and it's not just doctors, you know, like family and friends. We're at home and we're sitting up with painkillers and hot packs and things like that, trying to just relieve ourselves a little bit. And I feel like sometimes people look at us like you're full of shit. What's going on? There's nothing wrong with you. I can't see that there's any physical aspect that's happening these days. Well, guess what? Just because you can't see it doesn't make it not there. And unfortunately, people like myself, and I'm sure many of my subscribers and followers deal with this on a daily basis. It is extreme, it is hectic, and we really need to be heard a little bit more as far as I'm concerned. As I said, I'm using this It Cosmetics Better Than Your Skin But Better. Let me take a look at this. It feels nice on the skin. It feels very light. Oh, get off there. I think that color is just a little bit off for me in regards to being orange, but it's sitting on that skin pretty. It is definitely a light to medium. I think I'm going to try to build this up a little bit more. So let's put on another layer here. I just want to see if it's actually buildable. So once again, I went to the doctors yesterday, different specialists, women's clinic. This would be probably the 100th time that I've seen someone relating to these issues. She was all right. I find that if you go to someone that specializes in women's issues, then you are on a better trajectory on getting some answers, some relief, some assistance, I think, for lack of a better word. Bouncing this in. Yeah, okay, so that's buildable. It sits quite pretty on the skin, actually. So my history, guys, is I suffer, and I have since probably my early 20s. I would have to say probably before that, but just didn't realize it. But from probably about my early 20s, I've suffered from constant ovarian cysts. So I've had a number of surgeries trying to remove them. The first time that we actually realized what was going on, I was pregnant with my second oldest boy, Jesse. So I was pregnant with him, and I was in extreme pain at this point, and I had to go in and have surgery because I thought it might have been my appendix. Not my appendix, it was a large cyst on the ovary. So that was the first clue that this was going to be a bit of an issue for me, because it continued and I constantly was getting cysts on the ovary. I don't have a new concealer, so I'm just going to go in with my all-time fave, which is the Juvia's Place Iron Magic, and conceal. So this was pretty much the first time that I actually had some clue as to what was going on. I mean, I'd been dealing with this issue for quite a while, no answers, just pretty much suck it up, move on with your life. The pain for me has gotten that bad that I am constantly on painkillers every day. It's a given. It's every single day. I have no choice. I cannot get through without. No one has given me an alternative. I have had a number of surgeries, invasive surgeries, mind you, to remove some of these cysts. But not only cysts, because I've had all those surgeries, I developed a lot of adhesions as well. So because of the adhesions, they then on top cause additional pain. I had a couple of surgeries at that point to try and remove those, to try and lessen it. And then we ended up getting pregnant with our little angel baby, Summer. So I just had a phone call, so I had to answer it. So while I was on the phone, I just quickly did my eyebrows. I had no new products for that. So what I was talking about was the fact of all my gyno issues and the struggles I've had and that journey so far. And the journey has been pretty full on. So I'm using I have a few products here from Shop Me Say. I brought a whole heap for a full face. I do have it. I just haven't edited it. And it was one of the first ones that I actually filmed, and I haven't edited and put it up. If you actually want me to edit that and put it up, guys, let me know, because I'm not sure how good a quality that is in comparison to what I'm doing these days. Okay, so I'm using the Soft Base Nude Eye Primer. The issues for me have been long, they have been vast, and we've dealt with quite a lot as a family, as well as not just myself. When I was pregnant with my angel baby daughter. So guys, there are a few triggers here. So when we were pregnant with Summer, the issue for me was that I was constantly in pain because of all the adhesions. All of the cysts kept coming and going. I had fibroids, which were extremely painful, even though they were telling me, oh no, fibroids don't hurt. No, I'm sorry, but yes they do. When you're in this situation like I was, it was extremely painful. Anyway, it got to the point where the pain had become, we'd done a few hospital visits, and the pain had become just too much to bear, and we went back to hospital. Anyway, in hospital, they did all the tests to make sure that we weren't going to go into labor early. I think I was 22 weeks pregnant at this time, please. Yes, so I was 22 weeks pregnant at this point. And we went in, we did a number of tests to make sure that Summer wasn't going to come early. I was in extreme pain in there, and they couldn't see anything that was going on. We did end up doing a couple of ultrasounds and that, and what they thought to start with was that I might have had a torsion, I think it was, is what they were stating. I think it was ovarian torsion. So the question was, do I go in for surgery? I mean, the pain was extreme. They had me on morphine and everything, and I was in there for probably about 3 or 4 days at that point. So after that situation, they'd done the ultrasounds. They asked me if I wanted to, well, they wanted to operate anyway while I was pregnant with Summer, and the chances of something bad happening was pretty high. So I had said no. I wanted to get to a point where we were going to be at a safe place for her if she was born a little bit earlier. Unfortunately, things had happened and she decided she was coming early anyway. I don't know. They're not really 100% sure what had caused her early arrival, and she was with us for a little time. But in saying that, I had to go in for surgery that next day, which was the worst experience of my life. Well, the second worst experience of my life, waking up after that fact and realizing what is going on. And what they had found after doing the tests on, once they had removed what they needed to, was that I actually had a borderline mucinous tumor, category 1. So it was, you know, we caught it pretty early, but it could have been one of those things that if I didn't catch it, because I had experienced ovarian cysts all the time, and I just dealt with it because no one really listened, no one really helped. There was nothing really anyone could do. If we didn't find that, I would have let it go. It would have been too late. So we did that. So that was a whole journey there. So through that experience, obviously there was a number of more surgeries. They had to come back in, remove the ovary. They removed one of the tubes, and it ended up with more adhesions, more issues, but no cancer. So, you know, it's a catch-22. Skip to now, there's been a number of more surgeries trying to erase the adhesions and everything like that, and just trying to get to a place where I'm a little bit more comfortable. However, that's not actually happening. From summer, we ended up going on to having 2 more babies, which you've obviously heard me talking about and you've seen in some of my videos as well. So Araya and Evie, both of those pregnancies were extremely painful, horrible, but I would do it all over again. I can't have any more babies. I am done. I'm an older mum. I do not need to be going through that again. So I'm just going in. I'm just going to use my old favorite Laritzi Cosmetics Shade Stick in Aloha. So we went back and we had another 2 babies. More issues, more adhesions. Both were C-section. Araya was an emergency C-section, as he was bleeding out into me, and we nearly did lose him. So he's our little miracle baby, Araya, our little rainbow miracle baby, and he is pretty much the apple of our eye. We absolutely adore him. He is a rogue, he is boisterous, he is a complete and utter little boy, but he is an utter joy in our life. And then we had Evie, and obviously we had to have another C-section with her. So we had the C-section with her. They convinced me to get the other tube removed because obviously I am prone to the type of tumor I had. Is the likelihood of it returning was quite prominent. So they decided to take the other tube. I was finished having kids, everything like that, yada yada. You know, I didn't want any more babies. I was done. 40, going on 41 next month. So I was happy to do that. However, oh, this is a never ending story. However, when we did that 3 months later, like I literally felt everything. Okay, they tried to give me both the epidural and a spinal block. They tried about 3 to 4 times trying to give me these freaking needles. It was extreme. I nearly tapped out. I'm nearly like, okay, you know what? No, Buggerlandy, you can just stay out there, put me under, because the pain of them continuously trying to put these needles in my back and them not working was bloody hectic, to say the least. Anyway, so I felt half of the operation. I felt quite a lot of what was going on during this period of time. And then 3 months later, I actually passed a golf ball size placenta. Now, you're not supposed to actually pass anything that is particularly that size. So I've passed this huge piece of missed placenta that they had missed, and ever since that I have been dealing with even more issues. So at the moment we are just in the process of going back to have another ultrasound to make sure nothing else is going on, because my flow and everything is just all over the place. So that is pretty much my quick rundown of my gyno issues. I know a large amount of us really suffer, and I wanted to bring light to it. I wanted us to try and start that discussion about what it is that you go through that not necessarily everyone sees. It's the same as, it's not the same, but it's under that proviso of mental health, and there's issues there for me as well, but that's not for today's discussion. These are illnesses, and there's so many that go unseen, that cause so many issues, so much grief, both internally, physically and mentally on us, that I feel like it's time that, you know, some of us to open up and to have a bit of a discussion about it, and have a safe place to talk about this. So please feel free to comment down below. I will 100% engage with everyone. Let me know if this is something that you've enjoyed seeing, a different side to me, starting to get to know me a little bit more, and if you would actually like to see a few more get ready with me's and have some of those discussions. If there's any questions that you want, then just put them down below as well. Because I don't have anything, I'm just going to go in with the Wet n Wild coloricon. I've only used this once or twice maybe, so it is a pretty new product to me. And we might just go in with this one here and just bronze up a little bit. This, I do, as I said, I've only used it a couple of times, so I do need to use it a little bit more before I give a proper review on it. But I do find that it is quite pretty. This one is in Ticket to Brazil. So yes, I do like. So I know that there's been a lot of hard topic discussions today, and I've brought up quite a lot, and I hope I haven't triggered anyone, because I just find that some of these topics, they need to be discussed. It is just things like, you know, women's health, loss. Just a minute. Things like women's health, loss, all these things that get swept under the rug, or people just, they don't really want to bring up because it's too hard. It gets put in the too hard basket. And I just think that sometimes it's nice to have a platform to discuss these things. And I know that there are platforms, but I just don't feel like it's as accepted as what it should be. And I don't feel like we're as heard as we should be. So I have two different kinds of blushes here. I have the Santee Sunshine Collection blush that I want to try, and I also have a She Glam blush, and I think this is more, it's a stack. So the stacks, and these look more cream blushy, and I actually want to try this. I think I want to try the cream blush, and then we might put the powder blush over the top. We're going to dip into that second color and a mix of that first and second. It's quite jelly creamy. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting it up there. That's a pretty color, so I end up just going into that second one, but I will go back into the first after I get some payoff. I'm only going to do one look with these, guys. If you actually want to see some more, these will both be featured on my Instagram. My Instagram is at mummyads2. I have been doing a feature palette a week lately. I've been doing a couple of reels over there, and I've been doing photos over there as well after completing some of my looks. I've actually really been enjoying it, so I'd love it if you could go, if you want to go over there and follow me over there and join me. I'm wanting to do another Shein haul, clothes that I actually like, and I'm also, are you interested in seeing a video with very extra clothes from Shein? Something a little bit more fun. I do like doing some videos that are really a little bit different, a little bit funner for what I do. I am also considering going back in and doing another wig haul. Let me know if that's something that you want, if that's what if something that you would like to see. So I'm just going back in now with this powdered blush, and I'm just dipping into both of those shades just to add a little bit more color and set that cream blush in place. So we're going to go in with the palette. As I said, today is just to get ready with me, so we don't want to go outlandish. So this one is the Rude Koi Footwear Boots collection. What's there? So really pretty. This is a really grungy looking palette. Lozo Green Rain Boot, and this one I wanted because I haven't got anything quite like this one yet. This one is a neon. There we go. Now that this light's changed there, look at that. Look how pretty they are. Definitely not a today's look, guys. Hey guys, so I think we might do a few swatches of these. So let's have a look. So we'll have a look at some of these Helios Hologram Flame Boots swatches. So these are some of those shimmers in that palette and the matte. They're actually really pretty, actually. This one we'll have a look at is the Lozo Green Rain Boot. So let's see how these neons actually perform. Look at them. Like, yes. Yes, I just want to play with that. That is going to be so pretty. I tend to do 3 looks around each palette, so that way I get the opportunity to try what the palettes are like. First impressions just don't cut it. I mean, first impressions, how many eyeshadows can you actually wear on your eyes at any given point? Not that many. So I need to do something that allows me to use these shadows a little bit more and really know what the formula's like and whether I like it. I have done a couple so far. The one that I really have liked was the Made by Mitchell palette. This palette here, the performance of this palette is just stunning. The color payoff is to die for, and it is just, it's just gorgeous, really. Okay, so I'm just going to go in. I will probably speed through this part, guys, and just do my eye look, and we'll come back and try out some more makeup. Just a couple of transition colors to start with. I'm not doing anything dramatic, guys. This is my all-day look today. Yesterday, Evie's been very sick the last week, going on literally 6 days, and I thought that she had gotten better yesterday and sent her back to school or daycare, because I'm back at home working again online until school goes back completely. Anyway, I was doing a very dramatic look. Very dramatic. It's on Instagram. Bright-eyed burgundy, bright red burgundy lips, and I received a phone call from the daycare that Evie was just miserable. So I had to go in and get her, which isn't such a big deal. I mean, this is my second job. This is something that I love doing, but it just wasn't ideal. So I'd rather have something a little bit more neutral today, something a little bit more wearable. I do have to go into town. How is everyone actually going? Are you on lockdown? What's going on in your country, guys, or your state, your town? Things are freaking strange. Like, these last few years have been different, to say the least. Do it all 2-in-1 eyeliner. Sorry. Jeez, I'm not really even sure how to use this. Oh, look, we even got, you can wipe it out. Okay, let's try this. I'll probably just start the process and then finish it off. Not the best, but once I get the hang of this is probably, oh, remembering that this does have, oh, I've definitely got that going the wrong way here. So we've got the little, yay, so that really works. So I had it the wrong way. I need to have it certain angle. Okay. I don't mind that, and we all know what I'm like with eyeliners. So I am going to clean the tip though, and I don't know if I'm supposed to, because I just feel like if I don't clean it, that when you're trying to clean up any mess, it's just going to go everywhere. Now I know I do have a bit down here, so let's see if this will actually just get rid of that for me, because I made a mess. Okay. Yeah, that makes the job pretty easy. I think a little bit of practice is needed, because I'm not sure if I actually showed you the nib properly here, but this is what it looks like. This has got two. Okay, so this is one. Oh, and then I feel like there's something down this end too. Oh, no, maybe not. No, okay, it's just the one. Okay, so let's try this mascara. I think if you worked with this for a little bit, this would actually be, you could probably give yourself a little bit more I'm undecided. Let me give these another coat. I like it. I definitely like it. Okay, I like that. Let's have a look. I need to fix this up here. You can see I've got a bit of a mess there. But that's actually a really pretty mascara. It looks beautiful on my bottom lashes. Like, this is definitely going to be a go-to for my bottom lashes. It has definitely pushed my lashes up. It hasn't created any overly dramatic volume. Well, it has a little bit, but ow. It's given me a bit of separation. I have the Cello Light Highlighter. We're on it today, so basically you just give yourself that little bit of definition where you want it. I put it up there, and then I'm just going to and sometimes a matte highlighter is just the thing that you want. Sometimes you don't want to be glowy AF. You just want to enhance some of those areas. I actually think that would be really pretty in the inner corner here, to be honest, with the way that we have our look today, which is quite neutral to some degree. It's a NYX highlighter. Let's have a look at the color. I don't even, oh, okay. So, it's like this. It is real jelly. We're going to just put a little bit. It's very glittery though. You can see the glitter all in that. I wonder, I'm hoping that it's kind of got a bit of a pinky blue shift. Let's see. We're not going to know until we put it on. I don't know if you can see that, but the glitter is, I mean, it's pretty. Probably not necessarily what we want for this look today, but it's there now. It is giving me, it's just like, it's literally just glitter on my face. It's pretty. It's not really my favorite sort of thing. I don't like a large amount of glitter just up in there, but I'm patting it out, and it's not looking too bad. It's okay. A number of new lip products that I need to try. Well, lip crayons. We also have a Muse lip. I'm not sure. I mean, that would definitely go with today, but not necessarily what I'm after. I also have another Model Co. and Karl Lagerfeld collab. That could be pretty too. And a liquid lacquer Model Co. So quite a few Model Co pieces. These are all things that I ended up getting from one of my mystery boxes from Cosmetic Co. I also have a AOA Studio lip liner here, which actually feels quite hard. It's more in a reddy color. It's definitely not overly creamy. We might go in with the lip lacquer. So I'm going to line my lips. Okay, so this doesn't feel as bad as what I thought, but it's not the most comfortablest. And there's not a huge amount of pigment there either, so if you're looking for something that's going to give you a bit of pigment, or you know, hey, you can also get some lip liners that do as a lip color as well. This is not it, honey. This is definitely not it. It's actually coming off as if, you know, when your lipstick wears down and you're left with just that faint smear. It's kind of, that lip liner kind of looks like that. The color's pretty. Let's see. So what did we decide? Did we decide to go in with this one or this one? I actually think this one. Let's try this. Let's go light. Look at this. So you can actually apply. It's got the mirror on the back, and let's apply. Oh, that's pretty. That color though. That color is so pretty. What color is this? This is in Maroon. Okay, so that is our lipstick, and this is pretty much our finished look, guys. I really appreciate you sticking around. If you stuck around to the end, I really appreciate you sticking around. I really appreciate you listening to me rant and rave today about some of those issues that are near and dear to my heart. I did only briefly touch on a lot of topics, and a lot of them are pretty well hard-hitting topics. So if you have questions, I most likely will answer them. So leave a question down below, and I'll do another get ready with me, and we'll see how we go. Otherwise, head on over to my Instagram. Come follow me over there. I want to get into the community spirit a little bit more, and over there I'm able to talk to you a little bit more one-on-one than what I am here on the channel. So apart from that, guys, I hope you're all taking care. I hope you're being safe. I hope you're happy, and much love. Bye.